It's bedtime for Peppa and George. Could we have a story, please? Asks Peppa. Okay, says Mummy Pig. Here's the one about the red monkey. We always read the one about the red monkey, Peppa says. The red monkey takes a bath, brushes his teeth, and goes to sleep. Let's choose another book instead. Peppa goes to the bookshelf. There's a book about a blue tiger, a book about a green spider, a book about an orange penguin, and... Oh, says Peppa. What's this one? The Wonderful World of Concrete? Reads Mummy Pig. I've been looking for that, says Daddy Pig. Let's take a look. It's a book I borrowed from the library, Daddy Pig says. What's a library? Asks Peppa. A library is a place you can go to borrow books. When you've finished reading them, you take them back so others can borrow them, says Daddy Pig. He looks at the book. I have had this for a rather long time, Daddy Pig says. You can return it tomorrow, says Mummy Pig, but right now it's bedtime. After Daddy reads us the story, Peppa insists. Daddy Pig begins to read. The Wonderful World of Concrete. Concrete is made of sand, water, and other things. Chapter 1. Sand. Sounds of snoring fill the room. Peppa and George are fast asleep. So is Mummy Pig. The next morning, Peppa and her family head to the library. Ooh, look, George! Peppa can't believe how many books are on the shelves. Look at them all, she shouts. Shh, Peppa, says Mummy Pig. You must be quiet in the library because people come here to read and to be quiet. Next, please, comes another shout. It's Miss Rabbit, the librarian. Hello, Mummy Pig, she says. Are you returning those books? Yes, Miss Rabbit, Mummy Pig gives her the books. Miss Rabbit scans them back in the computer. The computer beeps as the books slide across the counter. Beep, beep, beep. Why is the computer beeping? Asked Peppa. It's checking to see that you haven't been naughty and kept the books for too long. I may have kept this book for a bit too long, says Daddy Pig. Don't worry, says Miss Rabbit. Then her computer makes a loud, long beep. Daddy Pig, she shouts, you've had this book out for 10 years. Naughty Daddy, says Peppa. Now that Daddy Pig's book is returned, he can borrow another one. Peppa and George want to borrow books too. Miss Rabbit shows Peppa and George to the children's section. Ooh, says Peppa. There are books about princesses and animals and planets. Susie Sheep and Rebecca Rabbit are at the library too. Rebecca Rabbit is borrowing a book about snowflakes. Susie Sheep is borrowing one about fall. George has chosen his book. It's about, can you guess? Dinosaur! Roar! Daddy Pig has found an exciting new book, Further Adventures in the World of Concrete. But Daddy Pig, says Peppa, I want a fun bedtime book. Mummy Pig pulls out a red monkey book. Not that again, says Peppa. It's boring. It's a different story, says Mummy Pig. Once upon a time, there was a red monkey. I know, says Peppa. He had a bath, brushed his teeth, and went to sleep, she says. No, said Mummy Pig. He had adventures. Ooh, said Rebecca and Susie, and gathered round to hear the book. Peppa wants to hear the story. We can read it when we get home, says Mummy Pig. But I already chose a book about a princess, says Peppa. Then she sees another book about birds. That book looks interesting too. Miss Rabbit has good news for Peppa. You can take up to 3 books home if you like. Yippee, says Peppa. You just have to remember to bring them back on time, says Miss Rabbit. And that goes for you too, Daddy Pig. Peppa laughs. I'll make sure he remembers. I want to come back to the library all the time. I love the library. Back at home, it's bedtime. Mummy Pig opens the new red monkey book. Once upon a time, there was a red monkey. He jumped in a space rocket and went to the moon. The moon, says Peppa. What an adventure. Mummy Pig turns the page. He had a picnic with a dinosaur. Dinosaur roar, says George. Then the red monkey swam under the sea. Mummy Pig turns the page again. Finally, he climbed the highest mountain. That was a busy day. I think Daddy Pig agrees, says Peppa. Everyone looks at Daddy Pig. He's fast asleep. The end, whispers Mummy Pig. Sounds of Daddy Pig's snores fill the room. Everyone laughs. What a fun day.